So we're going to see back-to-back changes in bowling with a spin for the first time from the near end. Shivam cement end, and it's going to be Shahab Alam with his left arm spin. A little surprising to see him come in for his debut. I thought perhaps Sushan Barry might have been in the playing 11 instead.
Yes, but recently, if you see the performances in the domestic tournament, Shahab is going really well. He had back-to-back tournaments. He was doing really well and taking up majority of the wickets for his team. So I wouldn't be surprised that he's been picked up before Sushan Barry in the playing 11.
Yeah, there'll be some nerves for the young man, no doubt about that. For the big crowd. His international debut. He immediately finds a little bit of turn, just comes off the outside edge. Another misfield. Nepal really sloppy so far. Dav Watmore's not going to be happy with that. It's going to cost them at least a couple of runs, but a really good piece of fielding. Saves the boundary. They get back for 3.
Yeah, like the conditions, because of the conditions yesterday, you know, the rain, heavy pour down, you know, the grounds seem to be a little soggy and it's bouncing, it's not rolling much. So it's been difficult for the fielders to gather the ball.
Yeah, really poor there. You can see the intent was correct from Avinash Bahara, but a little bit too keen to attack it. He recovered well, didn't he? The diving stop right down in front of the boundary ropes, and immediately the turn on the outside edge has brought about a change in the field. Slip coming into place, good stuff from Gyanendra Malla.
Exactly, yeah. Like the start has been really well for Shahab Alam. Good areas, good consistent areas around the off stump. Definitely looking for edge around the first slip area.
The power play is now finished, so Gyanendra Malla can ease the fielding restrictions. He can have 5 men outside the circle at the moment. He is choosing to use all of those 5. I'm not sure what the hold-up is in play here. Young man on debut. Do you remember your debut for Nepal, Sharon?
Yeah, I remember the playing debut. It was a long time back, around 2004.
You're showing your age, Sharon. What age were you in 2004?
I'm 33.
Well, what age were you when you made your debut?
I was around 16, 17. So it's been a long time. And it's good to see some young guys at the same age coming through the ranks.
We're just having a check from the umpires. That's the hold-up in play. I think that was a clean save.
Clean save, yeah.
Really good work from Avinash Bahara. You can see the contact on his hand with the ball, certainly clawing that back. So the end result is 3 to Scott Edwards, and it brings, or to Bazdalida, brings Scott Edwards onto strike. I'll correct myself a 3rd time. It's Bazdalida on strike. He looks for a lovely little paddle sweep. Gets it away, another misfield. It's calamity stuff at the moment from Nepal in the field. That one's going to be a boundary, and it's another man on debut. A mistake from Asif Sheikh.
Yeah, pretty sloppy stuff from the guys in the field. Maybe the nerves kicking in, the crowd, the excitement going through the body.
Again, just a little bit too keen, it feels like. Goes to ground, misses the slide, tries to recover, but he couldn't recover like Bahara. The Dutch just starting to get their engine ticking.
Yeah, like maybe the moisture in the field, you know, they are not timing the dives perfectly, the slides.
Pressure on the young man on debut, Shahab Alam. Nicely worked into the leg side, really good use of the feet that time from Bazdalida, and he's picked the gap and brilliant running. Yet another fumble in the field. I'm not sure we've seen a single ball cleanly collected yet from Nepal. This is really sloppy.
Yeah, the guys need to pull up their socks now, you know, like because T20 cricket, every single run is so vital. It comes down to those, you know, misfields and, you know, the stops made. So
short of this time, pulled into the deep. There's protection out there. That's Karen KC, and there we go. We get one cleanly into the mitts. Just a single this time.
Yeah, the keeper is going after it. Yeah. Let's hope for a better fielding effort from the boys, and surely the early nerves of the tournament kicking in. Hopefully, we'll see an improved effort as the overs go by.
That's the glorious scene, the TU International Cricket Ground in Kurdapur, about 15 minutes outside of downtown Kathmandu. Reverse sweep, that's a beautiful shot. Very choreographed, very telegraphed early from Edwards. but right into the half volley slot, picked up cleanly. Huge pressure on the debutant. 14 runs off just 5 deliveries.
Yeah, you could see Scott standing in the off stump, and he was expecting the ball to be outside the off stump, and he seems to be a very good sweeper of the ball.
Yeah, the first time we've seen the reverse sweep, we've seen the conventional sweep, the lap sweep, but he's picked that up beautifully. Guy Nendramala just going over to his young debutant, and just sensing a little bit of panic in the young man. It's always a step up from domestic cricket to international cricket. Finishes with a dot ball. That's the end of the 7th over. Score 37 for 2. So Karen KC to continue. That's the ball in hand, and I think that bit of facial hair is new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grown a little bit more than before.
The lockdown, no barbers going around in lockdown.
Probably, yeah. You know, it also saves you from the sunscreen, you know? You don't need to apply.
Fuller this time, that lovely shape again from Karen KC. Both Baz Delita and Scott Edwards looking technically proficient.
Yeah, Karan seems to be keeping it really simple, not giving a lot of width and keeping stump to stump. He bowling those hard lengths, you know, tucking the batsman up. Looks in good rhythm as well. Coming back from the T10 tournament.
Beats him outside the off stump. That's an absolute beauty. I still don't think he's operating even close to full pace, but even around 75-80%, good enough that time for Baz Delita. Beats him outside the off stump.
Yeah, seems to move away a little bit from the good length area. If you remember, like Karan got Chris Gale out in the T10 tournament. So, you know, it definitely helps to, you know, raise the confidence up, getting those big names out.
Punched down the ground elegantly this time by Baz Delita. Going to be work in the deep. Starting to see the fielding pick up. Tell us about Dav Watmore and coming in as head coach. He's been here for about 4 months. Has he had a big impact on the squad already?
Yeah, the boys are really excited, you know, like really liking the way he has been helping the boys out. He has been every day there at the nets, you know, helping the players. And, you know, I also luckily got to attend a few sessions and I enjoyed it a lot. He brought something different. Basically, I enjoyed getting a fruitful tips from him about the routines.
Another beauty, beats him again. Just looking to run it off the face of the bat for a single down to third man, but through to the keeper. He's a remarkable human, Dav Watmore, 67 years of age, but he's very much a hands-on coach. You see him out there, he's hitting balls with the energy and youth and vigour of a man in his 20s or 30s.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing to see his energy levels. You'll see him jogging around with the boys, you know, in the training sessions. That really motivates the boys itself to, you know, go around. What's going on?
Immediate call of no from the non-striker. Delita, always the area that you have the mix-up or backward point. Is this Dav Watmore era for Nepal cricket? Is it a new era?
Yeah, we hope so. Like, you know, like he's given a 1-year contract for the starters. So yeah, it's his first international tenure with us, and really hoping like the results will be very positive from the this tri-series itself.
A man of such experience, of course, a World Cup winning coach with Sri Lanka all the way back in 1996. Struggle to name many countries in the cricketing world that Dav Watmore hasn't worked in. That's the scale of his experience. End of the 8th over. The score is 38 for 2. So we're going to see a 5th bowler come in. So just a solitary over on debut for Shahab Alam. He's whipped out of the attack. We're going to see pace from both ends now, because Avinash Bahara, the Yorker king of Nepali cricket, into bowl from this near Shivam cement end.
Yeah, he's called the new Nepali Malinga. Yeah, like he's been doing he's in the playing 11 as well.
Yeah, and Avinash Bahara, as you said, he does have that rather unique action, a little bit like a Malinga, a bit more round arm, but he's particularly renowned for hitting the block hole and just going for that Yorkers almost right from the off.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, now like he has also added some good skills of like slower balls and like slower bouncers. So maybe that's the reason he has brought a little early on.
You can see that one looking a little bit like an off cutter to start with, perhaps. Thought we were going to have another misfield down at 3rd man there, but just through for a single. And this partnership rebuilding nicely for the Netherlands. A current run rate's going to be a concern though, hovering less than 5 and over. That's not where you want to be in a T20I.
Yeah, true, but I think like the way the Netherlands are going, they want to build up a little bit after those 2 early wickets. And we can see the momentum like shifting a little bit toward the Netherlands side with those little bit of misfields and
a beauty. We talked about him hitting the block hole brilliantly, but as you say, he's added a lot to his game. That one, back of a length, feet went nowhere from Edwards, beats him through to the keeper.
Yeah, it's not easy to face him first up, if you haven't seen him bowl before. He comes slightly from a different angle, low arm, a pretty skitty customer. Yeah, it'll take a little bit of time to get used to him.
Fierce striker of the ball, young Aryan Dutt, 17 years of age on debut. We've been talking to him around the hotel a little bit. He does not look 17 years of age, I'll tell you. He's a big boy. And Peter Seelar, the captain, he might come in next at 5. So plenty of hitting to come for the Dutch. Time to catch up on this run rate.
Yeah, Avinash is trying to keep it simple, stump to stump, bowling in the right areas. That's what he does best, he balls pretty straight to the batsman, not giving much width, making it harder for the batsman to look for runs. Yeah, that was a slightly different ball, off cutter, change of pace. This wicket suits his kind of bowlings because he tends to vary his pace, and he has added up a few cutters, the leg cutters, the off cutters.
Is it fair to say that Nepal a stronger bowling unit perhaps than a batting side?
We used to be like that, but I would say it's changing. The trend's been changing a bit now.
A really good start this from Bahara. Just the 3 singles from the over. The end of the 9th over. Netherlands 41 for 2. Go to a sixth. I'd like to see the Netherlands attack the debutant here. Worked into the leg side. He wants to. Really quick in between the wickets. Scott Edwards, a fumble from the fielder, Arif Sheikh.
Good running between the wickets, putting pressure to the fielders. It was nicely clipped off the stumps, getting on top of the ball.
Who would be the sixth option? Would it be Dipender Singh Ari, maybe a few off breaks?
Yeah, there are a few more options. We can have Kusal Malla as well for some left arm spin. It depends upon, like, we have a right-hander or left-hander going in the middle. A lot of options for the Nepal team.
Yeah, pressure on the debutant, no doubt about it. Carefully hit, but straight to the man in the deep. You could see Edwards' guard there. He's almost standing outside off stump.
Yeah, exactly. You know, playing against Netherlands, we have always noticed that they have been they plan very well against the bowlers. You know, so that must be something from the think tank.
Just outside the leg stump, and you are seeing Dalila looking to try and get going, but that strike rate, he just can't get moving. 18 off 28. There's pressure on Dalila and pressure on Alam.
Yeah, dot balls won't help. He needs to rotate the strike and give the strike to Edwards, who seems to be playing spin really well.
Nice wrists from Dalila, beats the diving man at cover, and he's going to get a boundary for it. Elegant shot, a classy shot. Lovely placement.
Very nice shot. Slightly overpaced outside off stump. Dalila taking full advantage of it. This will definitely raise his confidence up. Playing.
Lovely shot from Dalila. Showing his class. The track this time just worked into the leg side. Edwards really quick between the wickets, but no time for two that time. Oh God, maybe there is. A fumble from Alam. I think the effects of that overnight rain. The end of the 10th over, the halfway stage of the Dutch innings. They are 50 for 2.
Lovely bit of fielding out on the boundary there. The outfielding hasn't been that good from Nepal so far, but that was class. Saved 2 runs.
Nice diving stop there by Asif Sheikh at the boundary line. 2 fielders helping each other. Let's see Asif.
Didn't need him in the end, just threw it in himself. Lovely bit of fielding. Short again, this time cutting is Edwards, but straight to the man. These two have put on 41 now. But, the Netherlands just 5 and over. What are you looking at, do you think, from here, Sharad, as a total?
They should be looking around 150 at least. That would be a good par score. Avinash keeping it really simple.
Long way to 150 from here. They'll have to go at over 10 runs at over.
Edwards, he looks to be trying to do something different. You know, like he's either moving in the crease, stepping out, you know, putting pressure in the ball to change their lengths.
He's been the most active of these two batsmen, really. Going at almost a run a ball. The lead has struggled a bit, 24 off 31. Should be safely home, direct hit, but he was comfortably home, was the leader. Although they're going to have a look upstairs. That's been sent upstairs by the standing umpire. First time the third umpire will be in action.
Good throw at the stumps by Dipendra Airi. A very good fielder. Doesn't miss the stumps much. He's one of those fielders who will be hitting the stumps more often than other players in the training sessions as well.
So the Wow Energy third umpire having a look at this review. Here we go. But he'd already made his ground comfortably. Vinay Jha, the third umpire. Budi Pradhan and Durga Subaidi, the two standing umpires, all of them local. Big occasion for them as well. This first game in Nepal in over a year. Being televised to over 140 countries around the world. No! That's the over bowled, 54 for 2. Big cheer from the crowd, and that's because that man in your screen right there, Sandeep Lamichhane, is back on to bowl. Got in a bit of a muddle, did Edwards. He's going to race away to the boundary though. Leg byes given.
To have hit somewhere in the forearm. Signal leg byes.
One for 9, Lamichhane in his first couple of overs. Got the big wicket of Max O'Dowd with his googly. Yep. Regulation leg spinner there. Wonder whether he'll keep persisting with that googly. Bowled a lot of them in his first spell.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how he bowls to Edwards, particularly who likes sweeping the ball a lot. Shown a raise of shot, both sides of the wicket, sweeps, reverse sweeps. Not easy for a bowler to adjust the lengths.
Oh! There's that googly. He loves to just toss it up right outside the off stump.
That ball seemed to jump a little bit as well. Hit the gloves of Dilip.
Oh, that's bounced a bit, that googly. I think it might have hit the batsman on the helmet. Leg byes given. That really did take off.
Sandeep seems to be getting a good purchase out of the wicket. I think the physio is coming in to check
Yeah, it's a regular occurrence nowadays, isn't it, in cricket? Doesn't matter whether it's a spinner bowling, the batsman gets hit on a helmet and they immediately come out and check they're okay. Usually replace the helmet as well, even if there isn't much damage to it. But it gives us a good chance to assess what we've seen so far, Sharad. Fantastic atmosphere. You can probably hear the music blaring away in the background. Big crowd in. Must be fantastic to have this situation and have cricket back here at the TU International Cricket Stadium.
Absolutely, it's Saturday, so expected this kind of crowd. You can see still people queuing like in the lines for the tickets, and you know, like some people outside the stadium as well. Fantastic atmosphere.
So Scott Edwards is okay. I think he's replaced his helmet. Might want to think twice about which deliveries he tries to sweep though.
Another googly ball by Sandeep on the off stump. Didn't seem to pick that up.
Really noticeable in this game how he's attacked the right-handers with googlies, which is generally floated well outside the off stump. That one's a leggy though, called wide by the umpire. Rightly so. Still trying to sweep though, Edwards.
We could see their plans, you know, like the Netherlands talking before the tournament about their plans of sweeping. They had expected this kind of turn in the wickets, so yeah.
Yeah, marginal that one, but that's a dot ball. Over bowl, 62 for 2.